If I had a premonition about the way I'm gonna fucking die, I'd be locking myself into the fucking pub and drinking myself to death before the fucking devil come and got me. Let's see some blood! What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and we're doing Final Destination 2000. Fantastic movie back in the day when this got released. It's Final Destination number 1 in the year 2000. This was directed by James Wong, and I'm really surprised. I thought James Wong would have done a lot more movies after this, because this was a banger. He did pretty good. He did the 1, he did Final Destination 3, and then he did Dragon Ball Evolution and a few other bits and pieces, so I thought he would have done a lot more. Maybe he took the money and ran. And first up, I've got to say, well done to the casting selection for this movie, because these were all a bunch of unknowns for me when I saw this at the cinemas for the first time, and watching it again, you really can see that they did a perfect job of selecting the cast for all the characters. Absolute perfection. Devon Swan and Ali Larter, they fucking are the two main characters, and they are perfect. The perfect two mains that you can even think about. They played the characters so good. They didn't just read a script. You can tell when you're watching this. They didn't just read a fucking script. They played what was written there, man. They fucking played that character so fucking good. Sean William Scott was damn good as well from American Pie. He always does a damn good job in everything that he does. And Candyman was in there as well, and he did a good little role as well. Everyone, I'm not going to go through all their names, everyone was fucking fantastic. Let's get to the fucking review. The opening scene to this movie will always stick with me. Doesn't matter if I've watched it again just now, or back at the cinemas back in the day, or even on DVD a few years ago. It will always stick with me. It's absolutely perfect. All the tiny little Easter eggs as well, when you watch it again, leading up to the plane crash, is just so clever and written well. And acted perfectly. Acted perfectly to perfection. The John Denver song that keeps on coming on in the movie, yeah, you notice that the first few times when you watch it, but watch it again, you really take notice this time when you watch it again. Oh, little Easter eggs, fucking clever. This is directed perfectly, and it looks amazing on film, still to this day for the year 2000. And so many scenes in this make you anxious, and that's what you want when you're watching a horror movie. The character development of all the plane survivors, from before they get on the plane to the mid-movie to near the end, is all written absolutely great. They did a damn good job of acting all this. How many times do you have to fucking say? How many times? Perfection. Absolutely flawless. Now, my only thing, you do see a little few things when you watch it again. And the thing that was ticking in my head was, why did that girl in the plane want to switch seats with the guys when there was a spare seat next to her anyway? There's a fucking spare seat next to her anyway. And when the plane's about to blow up in his dream, Alex has a spare seat in between him and his mate. It doesn't make sense, because the two girls could have sat near each other anyway. But we'll leave that. You do see little things, and I found that. Now, before the ball gets rolling with the kills, we do get a little bit of drama. We get some emotions, but what we're getting is the story being told to us, and we're being prepared for what is actually about to come. So there's no problem with that little bit of slowness in the first half an hour. After the plane crash, that is. Our first kill shows you how dangerous our fucking bathrooms actually can be. It makes you actually think, this is real as fuck. Like, you could slip over and kill yourself in the bathroom by accident. It's pretty horrible, pretty fantastic scene, really. So we get more of the story and more of the pattern of death and them figuring it out. And like I said, it can be slow in some bits, but it is telling the story and you're figuring it out. It is good. And it is slow, but they're telling the story, but they've got your attention. And then bang, the kills start fucking coming. Ripper. But once Alex figures out the pattern that they're gonna die in, the story is kind of basic for the rest of the film. It's a really, really easy story once they've got that main little explanation of the kill pattern out of the way. And now the rest of the movie is all about the kills and escaping them. And the kills are fantastic. From the teacher... She's fucked. Actually, hers is kind of slow and brutal. She had no fucking luck at all. It was pretty fucking horrible. It was good. Then Stifler. He's fucked. We get heaps of action and cheating death in the last 20 minutes. Well, not him. And they really tell the story pretty perfectly, so easy for you to understand while watching. And that's what you want when you're watching a movie, is something that you don't have to think too hard about. You want to see all these little Easter eggs that are happening. You just want to sit back and enjoy and let that story be told to you, and they tell it so perfect. I said fucking perfect again. I promised myself I wouldn't say perfect again. It's got a really good ending to the movie. I love it the way it friggin' ends. It really is a good story, told well, good kills, and it still fucking holds up to this day. Bloody John Denver. When I first saw this at the cinemas, this was a massive 10 out of 10. Massive 10 out of 10 when I saw it back in 2000 at the cinemas. Seen it on DVD many times since, but since watching it again now for the first time in a couple of years, I have found a few little flaws in there, especially the girls that could have actually sat near each other in the plane. That kind of bugged me a little bit. I know it shouldn't bug me, but it bugged me and I never noticed it before until now. Apart from that, it's a flawless movie. It still holds up to this day. I'll probably go back and watch over the next few months the rest of the movies, because before the new one comes out again, you want to refresh yourself before the new one comes out. That's what you always do. But this one gets a still solid 8 out of 10. There's no doubt about that. Easy 8 out of 10. Like I said, dropped a couple of points, but that's alright. That's what happens over the years. And I gotta say, regardless, I still enjoyed the shit out of this movie. And in a couple of years' time, I'll watch it again. I'll watch it every few years, but I suppose because whenever a new movie comes out, you'll watch all the old ones again, so to refresh the memory. Alright, that's enough out of me. Shut the fuck up, Rob. I'll be back. Don't forget, Wednesdays we do the draft picks. The draft picks with Adzi. Stick around for them. Otherwise, watch my new reviews and retro reviews. Until then, like, subscribe, and do what the fuck you want. See you!